be even trying to get is from God. This next one is Eleanor Roosevelt. Do one thing every day that scares you. Who? Do one thing every day that scares you. I've talked about this before, right? Do one thing every day that scares you. Cool. So what's up, guys? We're back with some motivation. Y'all know we need the motivation. So this one's from Maya Angelou. If you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. Think about that. If you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. See, now this one's a powerful one. See, because we live in a day and age where we are always trying to be like somebody else. Certain things become the new norm. That's what everyone kind of flocks to. They become that. They do that. Their representation is this normality, right? This normal way of living now where everybody's just normal. See, but why are you taking away the gift of creativity? Why are you taking away your uniqueness? Why are you taking away your one-of-a-kindness? You are one of a kind for a reason, because God created you so. You are not made to be like your neighbor, like your classmate, like your peers, like your friends, like whatever it is. You were not made to be them. You were made to be you. So why do we continue down the cycle of trying to be normal? Why do we continue the cycle of just trying to be like everybody else instead of being you? Be unique. Be a blend of many different things. But you do not need to fit the norm. Jesus did not fit the norm. So why would you fit the norm? Look, people are going to reject you. They are going to deny you. They are going to look down on you. They're going to look funny at you. They're going to look at you funny for you being you. But what's wrong with that? I'd rather be myself and people think I'm weird or people not think I'm cool or whatever than be like every other dude out here that everybody else is flocking to or trying to be like. Right? I'm not trying to be like that. I ain't trying to be them. I'm trying to be me, right? So this next one is from Anonymous. If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission. If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission. This one's powerful, right? Why do we have to get, validation in order for this success or this greatness, right? Why? We don't need that. You keep working hard at it. You whatever level of success that you see fit, whatever greatness you see fit, go for that. Achieve that. You don't need the validation from X, Y, and Z. You don't need the validation from these other people. You don't need a validation from a group, from an award, whatever it is. You work towards it. You work towards it and you see it and you accomplish it and you know it's real. You don't need the validation from everybody else, right? You don't need that. But see, we live in such a way in a society now that that's what we do. We continue to ask for this validation of success or greatness, and when we don't hear what we want to hear, we get crushed. We become defeated. We give up. We're now in this mentality of, what's the point? There's no point to this no more. I'm done. I give up. But why? See, we don't need the validation from people. See, the validation from God, that's what we should be aiming for. The validation from God, that's what we should be striving for. See, now that's the only validation that we should be even trying to get is from God. This next one is Eleanor Roosevelt. Do one thing every day that scares you. Who? Do one thing every day that scares you. I've talked about this before, right? Do one thing every day that scares you. I'm still working on this. I'll be honest, I'm still working on this. but this is definitely a great practice, right? Do one thing every day that scares you, right? Eventually, I'm going to get to the things of being able to, work out in a gym with people and not feel like insecure or just feel weird or awkward or whatever, right? Eventually, I could get there. Doing a video in front of people. Eventually, I could get there. Doing a video in front of my wife or my daughter. Eventually, I'm going to get there. It's going to take some time because my shyness is still there. It's still limiting me on what I could do, but I will get there, right? Trying to be sociable when out at a store with the cashier and asking how their day is. I'm there at times, but eventually I'm going to get there a little bit better. But see, I haven't given up and just thrown it away. No. Can I do a little bit more at it? Yes, of course, and I'm working on that. But this is what I'm saying. We live in fear, and we just kind of continue to live in fear, and we don't grow, we don't achieve nothing. We kind of just stay scared, and we kind of stay defeated, and we just stay where we're at, and we're just like, it's whatever. We let fear dictate to us where we're going to go, how far we're going to go. And that we let fear limit us. Let's start taking little steps at tackling fear face on so we can finally overcome it and finally move on to the next level. This next one, Carol Burnett. Because nobody goes through life without a scar. Because nobody goes through life without a scar. We all have a past. We all have a journey. We all have been through something. We've all been through pain, through turmoil, through obstacles. We've all been through something. See, because nobody ever lives this life without a scar. Some of us go through trauma. Some of us go through these traumatic experiences. And it shapes us to who we are now, who we are to be, right? We all have went through something that could help us grow, something that could really spark a fire, ignite a fire under us, right? Something that could really change us forever, mold us into the being that you now see today, mold us into the being that you will now see from a year from now, 2 years from now. It don't matter. We've all been through something. And never be ashamed of where you've come from or what you've been through, because there's no shame in that. That was something that you went through in your life that you have overcome, that you have conquered, that has molded and shaped you into the person that is now standing before everyone else. See, here's the thing. We need to see it as a growing process, right? It's a process of growing. It's a process of growth. It's a process of us becoming who we were destined to be. We are now stronger now than we were back then. So there should be no fear. There should be no of this, I'm ashamed of it. No. You continue to be you. You continue to fight on. You continue to tell your story. Be proud of it. It shaped you into who you are. It molded you into who you are right now. Don't be ashamed of it. Keep going and keep fighting on. Keep being you. Because those moments, those situations have brought you here today. And right there, I could tell you, you are amazing. Don't forget that you are amazing. This next one is Benjamin Franklin. Either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. Come on, let's do this. Either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. See, it really goes hand in hand, right? You could go over here, you could write down everything, you could write your own book, you could do all these things, but if there's no substance, if there's no lesson, if there's no power, if there's no anything in it, it's going to fall on deaf ears. But see, sometimes in order to be able to write these stories, to write out your story, you got to do something worth writing about, right? What in your, your journey is unique, but see, if you do not dig down deep and write your story and really allow what you've been through, what you've done, what you accomplished, all the things that you've overcame, all these different things to write your story, to propel your journey, to propel your life to the next level, to really become who you were destined to be, then it's going to fall on deaf ears. There's not going to be no impact there. But see, if you stay true to who you are, to what you've been through your situations, through the trauma, through the pain, through the angst, through the sorrow, and you allow that to come out in such a way that it impacts other people the way that it impacted you, just imagine the story that will be told about your legacy, the story that will be told about who you are. See, now that's powerful. Now that's beautiful. Be you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Be you. That's what I'm talking about. You be you. Don't worry about what X, Y, and Z is doing. You don't need to worry about that. You continue to be you. You continue to do the things that you do. You continue to fight on. You continue to be you. You continue to be a champion. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much, more than you ever know. So, Crayon Rocket, our motto is be unique, be creative, be you. Why is this important? Because we were all created in the image of God. We were all perfectly and wonderfully made. So, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Share it, like it, subscribe. I would appreciate it. God bless.